I told J Prince to leave Wack 100 the F alone because that man has all the information in the world to expose whoever that gets into his skin, and right now J Prince will have to do some damage control after his old Instagram post was brought back by Wack 100 when his artist Almighty J lost his Rap-A-Lot chain. Wack 100 posted on his Instagram page and said, "J Prince, you called me something that your words and this arrest proves that you are." Read what he posted and read the arrest names and how they knew who was who. Now let's check out what J Prince posted that got ninjas arrested. Mob ties call to my real street ninjas around the world, but especially on the East Coast in the Bronx. There's a clown by the name of Zay and his crew who want to become famous by bragging about robbing rap industry ninjas. They recently bragged about robbing the artist Almighty J, whom I'm invested in. They've robbed him of his money and jewelries, including a Rap-A-Lot piece. So therefore they have robbed a piece of me. This is a perfect opportunity to execute our unity where we don't allow moment thinkers to muddy the water over the movement. With that being said, to the homies in the Bronx, if any of these clowns are y'all family or friends, speak now so we can get an understanding. To ignore, this is a recipe for disaster. Other than that, it is these clowns versus the realest ninjas in every hood around the world, and that's the meaning of mob ties. And Wack 100 posted another article where the names J Prince mentioned got arrested for multiple crime he committed. Check this out. Several men alleged to be behind the recent alleged attack of Almighty J have been arrested, though not in connection with the robbery that resulted in Almighty J being treated for multiple stab wounds earlier this week. TMZ reported on Thursday afternoon that Zay No. 5 and 3 others, collectively referred to as Jack Boys, were taken into federal custody on Wednesday in the Bronx. The arrest went down as part of a federal investigation they say is not related to the alleged Almighty J attack. All 4 men are reportedly now facing attempted murder in the aid of racketeering and firearms-related charges. According to the report, these charges stem from the alleged shooting of an off-duty cop from the New York Police Department. The group, at least according to TMZ sources, were also questioned about the Almighty J incident, with 2 men allegedly confessing to being at the scene at the time. Following the surfacing of footage of Almighty J allegedly being attacked, additional details on the extent of J's injuries were released. Sources said earlier this week that a subsequent attack in Manhattan on the same day left Almighty J with lacerations to his head and face, reportedly resulting in 300 stitches. Zay No. 5 has denied involvement in the alleged attack and robbery, in response to a post from J Prince in which the Rap-A-Lot CEO called out a clown by the name of Zay. No. 5 said people don't know the real story. A piece of jewelry resembling Almighty J's allegedly stolen Rap-A-Lot chain appeared in a clip from his traumatized video. On October 30th, 2018, Smalls, Avila, Colds, Blanche, and others engaged in a shootout with gang rivals, during which a nearby off-duty police officer was shot. In addition to this shooting, the defendants each engaged in other acts of violence in the Bronx and Manhattan from 2017 through 2019. As part of their plea agreements, the defendants pled guilty to these additional violent acts. In total, these defendants pled to participating in 4 additional Bronx shootings in 2017 and 2018, as well as a Manhattan assault and robbery in 2019. Multiple victims were injured during these incidents. And Wack 100 ending his statement with J Prince, "You see what your name dropping led to?" The name drop on J Prince IG page resulted to the arrest, plus his artiste who got robbed and stabbed in the process. Now that's why I told J Prince to stay the F away from Wack 100 because of situations like this. Social media will always be used by law enforcement to solve crimes, and that's been happening for many years. If J Prince never mentioned any names and handles the business off social media, these dudes wouldn't have been arrested back then. Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Additionally, always keep it locked in with Word on the Street channel for all of the latest news surrounding Wack 100 and J Prince. Finally, stay with us for everything else going on in the world of music and pop culture.
If you think about him, here's a clown. Like, I love the hip-hop culture. I'm in love with the hip-hop culture. Blood, sweat, and tears went in my movement for the hip-hop culture. Here's a man that disrespect the dead, Tupac, Nipsey Hussle. You know, people that mean something to us. You know, 21 Savage. I look at how he, get on the phone on his clubhouse with another rat and ride against him. Big U, somebody that's respected in the hip. Master P, when I think about all the individuals that done something where hip hop is concerned, that means something to us where hip hop is concerned. And then you got a clown like this here, you know, that's talking about, you know, lip wrestling about what he gonna.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.